Welcome back to this new inspirational video. Today we're going to go on with chapter 13, Getting into the Right Business, from the book The Science of Getting Rich. Now it started out with the following lines. Success in any particular business depends for one thing upon your possessing in a well-developed state the faculties required in that business. Instantly, I want to stop it. These few lines at the intro of this chapter are already so fascinating to me because out of nowhere it hit me that this is very important for us to grasp. The fact that success in any particular business depends for one thing upon us possessing in a well-developed state the faculties required in that business. So in other words, if you have a dream of success or of wealth, in all these cases, there are activities that we'll be involved in order to generate that wealth or to achieve that success that we see in our minds. Now, it's those activities that we would be involved in that we want to get good at. That's what he's essentially saying, to keep developing those skills, those faculties that are needed in order for us to succeed in that business. So in the case of being a writer, always get better at writing. In the case of being a musician, get better at producing music. In the case of being a content creator online, get better at creating your content. If you then just focus on that aspect, you will become more and more successful over time. It's actually that action and reaction principle in total view for us. Now Wallace went on to say that without good musical faculties, no one can succeed as a teacher of music. Without well-developed mechanical faculties, no one can achieve great success in any of the mechanical trades. Without tact and commercial faculties, no one can succeed in mercantile pursuits. But to possess in a well-developed state the faculties required in your particular vocation does not ensure getting rich. There are, after all, musicians who have remarkable talent and who yet remain poor. There are blacksmiths, carpenters, and so on who have excellent mechanical ability but who do not get rich, and there are merchants with good faculties for dealing with men who nevertheless fail. You see, what he's talking about here is the fact that no matter what you're talented at, if you do not have a big vision and purpose behind using those talents, well then you'll never get rich or successful with them. It's pretty obvious. Many people have talents. They're talented at something or maybe multiple things, but because of lack in belief in themselves and in knowing about the power of their own consciousness, they never set big goals and big dreams. They don't dare to go for them even. They're afraid of what people would think, because that is how mass consciousness operates. They just want to fit in and not stand out. So that is one of those elements that will make you succeed or not, is the fact that besides having talent, do you also have a clear, big vision and purpose behind using that talent in the world. Now another thing you want to understand is that the faculties of the mind, again, are your perception, your memory, willpower, your intuition, your reasoning faculty, and your imagination. Now, my book, The Miracle of Wanting, that is on my channel, goes over these faculties individually and how I think they should be used for the best results possible. So again, go over that audiobook if you want to learn more about that, while applying these techniques from Wallace Wattles. I went on to say the different faculties, the ones that I just mentioned, are tools. It is essential to have good tools, but it's also essential that the tools should be used in the right way. One man can take a sharp saw, a square, a good plane, and so on, and build a handsome article of furniture. Another man can take the same tools and set to work to duplicate the article, but his production will be a botch. He does not know how to use good tools in a successful way. The various faculties of your mind are the tools with which you must do the work, which is to make you rich. I made an additional note to this line by saying that your mind, if you're using these faculties in the right way, your mind can and will receive the ideas through which you can achieve your dream and build upon these ideas so you do get rich with any career. Yes, you might be inspired to do it in such a way that it has never been done before, so even though others might not have gotten really rich with what you want to do, doesn't mean that it's impossible. This all depends on how we use those faculties of the mind, one of them being our imagination. Now, it will be easier for you to succeed if you get into a business for which you are well equipped with mental tools. Generally speaking, you will do best in the business which will use your strongest faculties, the one which are naturally best fitted. But there are limitations to this statement also. No man should regard his vocation as being irrevocably fixed by the tendencies with which he was born. You can get rich in any business, for if you have not the right talent, you can develop that talent. It merely means that you will have to make your tools as you go along, instead of confining yourself to the use of those for which you were born. It will be easier for you to succeed in a vocation for which you already have the talents in a well-developed state, but you can succeed in any vocation, for you can develop any rudimentary talent, and there is no talent of which you have not at least the rudiment. You will get rich most easily in point of effort if you do that for which you are best fitted, but you will get rich most satisfactorily if you do that which you want to do. Doing what you want to do is life, and there's no real satisfaction in living if we are compelled to be forever doing something which we do not like to do, and can never do what we want to do. It is certain that you can do what you want to do. The desire to do it is proof that you have within you the power which can do it. Desire is a manifestation of power. The desire to play music is the power which can play music, seeking expression and development. The desire to invent mechanical devices is the mechanical talent seeking expression and development. Well, I can testify that it is true that the desire to play music has helped me create music over the years, and if I want to go back to it, I know exactly how to go about it. But it started out with a desire for me as well, even though I've never created music. This is all over a decade ago by now, but I still had the desire. So it's true when he said desire is a manifestation of power. It is a power seeking to express development. And I did that. I went along with my own desire to create music, and lo and behold, I started creating it, and I got better at it, and then more people at that time became followers of that work. They liked it, or at least they would comment at least positive things about it. I reached the right audience for that music. That's the beautiful part about it. It's something you can do for yourself as well concerning your own dreams in life. This whole chapter basically is reminding us that we want to do what we want to do and simply get better at it. Then we are ending up automatically in the right sort of business for us because we're doing what we really love to do. Now Wallace went on to say, where there is no power, either developed or undeveloped, to do a thing, there's never any desire to do that thing. And where there's strong desire to do a thing, it is certain proof that the power to do it is strong and only requires to be developed and applied in the right way. All things else being equal, it is best to select the business for which you have the best developed talent. But if you have a strong desire to engage in any particular line of work, you should select that work as the ultimate end at which you aim. You can do what you want to do, and it is your right and privilege to follow the business or vocation which will be most congenial and pleasant. You are not obliged to do what you do not like to do, and should not do it except as a means to bring you to the doing of the thing you want to do. This is essentially a reminder that if you're having a day job right now that you don't really love and you kind of feel stuck in it, just remember that while you have that job, you can just use that job in order to work towards what you really want for yourself. So all of your spare time should be aimed at the realization of your own individual dream. If you're unwilling to pay that price, well, then you can never progress. But if you are willing to put in that time, then you can definitely progress towards the sort of business you really would enjoy. Now, if there are past mistakes whose consequences have placed you in an undesirable business or environment, you may be obliged for some time to do what you do not like to do, but you can make the doing of it pleasant by knowing that it is making it possible for you to come to the doing of what you want to do. If you feel that you are not in the right vocation, do not act too hastily in trying to get into another one. The best way generally to change business or environment is by growth. Do not be afraid to make a sudden and radical change if the opportunity is presented and you feel after careful consideration that it is the right opportunity, but never take sudden or radical action when you are in doubt as to the wisdom of doing so. There is never any hurry on the creative plane, and there is no lack of opportunity. When you get out of the competitive mind, you will understand that you never need to act hastily. No one else is going to beat you to the things you want to do. There is enough for all. If one space is taken, another and a better one will be opened up for you a little farther on. There is plenty of time. When you are in doubt, wait. Fall back on the contemplation of your vision and increase your faith and purpose. And by all means, in times of doubt and indecision, cultivate gratitude. A day or two spent in contemplating the vision of what you want and an earnest thanksgiving that you are getting it will bring your mind into such close relationship with the Supreme that you will make no mistake when you do act. So I made an additional note here for myself that I'll share with you, and it simply said, always dwell on the vision, so it's clear and doubts leave and vanish my mind. The more clear you make what you want to realize, the easier it becomes to stay focused on that and overcome and outgrow all the doubts and previous limitations and limiting beliefs you held about yourself and your capabilities. As Wallace went on to say that there is a mind which knows all there is to know, and you can come into close unity with this mind by faith and the purpose to advance in life if you have deep gratitude. So you must feel good, you must work on feeling good at all costs. You have to stay in an optimistic frame of mind no matter what. Sometimes we feel bad, sometimes bad things happen that we didn't expect or didn't want, but we have to get back on track and feeling great as fast as possible, because that is the way we stay connected to the positive side of the universe, of life itself, and so the inspiration for great things can keep coming to us, so at least we advance in a better direction than ever before. Now, mistakes come from acting hastily or from acting in fear or doubt, or in forgetfulness of the right motive, which is more life to all and less to none. As you go on in a certain way, opportunities will come to you in an increasing number, and you will need to be very steady in your faith and purpose, and to keep in close touch with the All-Mind by reverent gratitude. Do all that you can do in a perfect manner every day, but do it without haste, worry, or fear. Go as fast as you can, but never hurry. Remember that in the moment you begin to hurry, you cease to be a creator and become a competitor. You drop back upon the old plane again. Whenever you find yourself hurrying, call a halt. Fix your attention on the mental image of the thing you want and begin to give thanks that you are getting it. The exercise of gratitude will never fail to strengthen your faith and renew your purpose. Now that is the end of the chapter, and an initial note I made was saying that this attitude that he's talking about, being full of gratitude, it's what keeps you motivated, and it will cause you to never give up on your dream because you're constantly connected with it from the most optimistic frame of mind. This is how we counteract all the doubts and fears and worries that might come to us as we try to work on our dreams. Sometimes they occur to us, but we want to get away from them by using our minds in this certain way as he talked about. Again, it has to dawn upon us, it's really true, if we use our minds in a certain way as this book is suggesting, we can realize all of our wildest dreams, and we can also get ourselves into the right business, the one, as he stated, that is the most pleasant to us, the one that we really want to be involved in. Well, the Supreme Intelligence will let you know the right way to do business. Follow the inspiration. You will get hunches, you will be inspired on the sort of business you would really like to be involved in. Well, follow it. That is the Supreme Intelligence telling you where to go and what to do with your time, so that you may live a fulfilled life. It is true that the creative spirit of life has a plan for each and every one of us, but not everyone figures out what that plan is. But once you figure it out, you automatically receive true joy, peace of mind, and wealth because of it. My whole purpose in life is to share what I've discovered and am discovering about consciousness. That is my role in the game of life. And so the greater life becomes. Everyone has a spiritual purpose, and once you recognize what the activity is for yourself, then you will find heaven on earth, because you became one with the role you were to fulfill in the great scheme of things. Just because you don't know how to turn your passion into a business doesn't mean it's impossible. In fact, the universe can literally inspire you on how to turn your passion into a business, perhaps in a way it has never been done before. All you need is to keep an open mind and stay focused and determined to make your dream of success a reality. The way for its manifestation will automatically come to you as long as you have this attitude of mind. Now, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing to receive inspirational videos on a regular basis. And with that being said, dear viewer, never forget that we are the dreamers.